Live from the rinks in Hop Park, New York, the Stony Brook University Seawolves take on the University Delaware Blue Hens in an ACHA matchup. You're watching Seawolves Hockey Live. Good afternoon and welcome back to Seawolves Hockey Live. Andy and Yanni with you. Glad you could join us. Last night, the Stony Brook Seawolves fell to the University Delaware Blue Hens by the score of 3-2. The story of last night's game was really goaltender Chris Ponticello, who stopped around 48 shots, including a couple of breakaways, and a 5-on-3 power play that lasted for about a minute. The Seawolves have gotten bitten by the injury bug, but need to find a way to end this 3-game losing streak as they look to turn things around today. This will be the last home game for the Seawolves until January 19th and 20th. Next weekend, December 7th and December 8th, the Seawolves will be traveling to Illinois to face off against a very tough opponent in Robert Morris University. Both start times are listed as 7:20 p.m. Looking ahead, the Seawolves will return to action on home ice January 19th and 20th. It won't get any easier as they'll be facing off against their arch rivals, the Liberty University Flames. The Flames actually won the first 2 games against the Seawolves down in Lynchburg early in the season, so the Seawolves will be looking for a little redemption on home ice. Let's bring Andy Seekoff in to talk a little bit about last night's game in today's contest.
Well, Andy, yesterday, I think you would agree with me when I'd say not their best game that we've ever seen here at the rinks. And as you were saying on the air yesterday, Delaware is a much better road team than they are at home. So knowing that, Stony Brook should have been coming out a lot more aggressively than they did. And especially in the third period, they were incredibly sloppy with the puck. They looked like they were a step behind everything that was going on. And that directly led to 2 shorthanded goals on the same power play.
Let me tell you, they didn't look, they were. They were. And to the coach's lips to my ears, he was not too happy about it.
And I can't say I blame him. That's not the effort that we've come to see out of any Stony Brook team. That's not what. And you have to think that was really driven home yesterday after the game.
This is a game that you have to have heart and you have to play with pride. You know, this is a program that has been to nationals for year after year after year for as long as I've been coming here. Got to the finals, got to the semifinals, got to the quarterfinals, and last night's effort was just plain unacceptable.
And look, I will say, give a lot of credit to Chris Ponticello, the Delaware goalie. He was phenomenal yesterday. He stopped all but 2 shots. One of them was a deflection, and one was right in front of the net that he had no chance at. Other than that, the Delaware defense kept the puck on the outside so that there weren't any really high-quality shots in the slot or close into him, so he was able to make the save that he needed to. And then on top of that, they were quick on the breakout going after that shot. Stony Brook wasn't getting many second chances.
Ponticello is a local kid, too. He's from Long Island. And it's funny, I'm looking at him in the warm-ups right now, and I'm looking at the backup goaltender. Look how big the backup goaltender is.
Yeah, that's a big guy.
I mean, he's huge.
Nick Agnezdani is 6'8".
I mean, it's incredible how and Chris is looks like almost half his size.
And he's coming in at 5'11". 5'11 is no slouch. I wish I was 5'11".
Exactly. But I'm saying, though, as a goaltender, that's kind of an average size. But they couldn't get pucks up over his shoulder. They didn't try putting pucks up over his shoulder. They didn't try to get him to move side to side. The 2 goals that they got on him were scraps in front of the net and a deflection on a shot from Hickey from the blue line that got deflected on the way in. And again, the amount of shots he stopped because he saw the shots and not a lot of follow-up. He left some rebounds out there that the Seawolves were not there for.
And there was one. During the second period, they had a 2-on-1. It was Belger and Palmieri.
I remember it.
And I'm sorry, Palmianic. And they couldn't even get a quality shot on when you had a 2-on-1. Like that needs to be cleaned up. If you're gonna have a 2-on-1, you have to at minimum get a shot on net. You can't miss.
6 power plays, including a 5-on-3. No goals. Some not even shots.
Yeah, which is not good. Yeah, turnovers in your own zone, which directly led to 2 goals, which were right in front of Lockwood because they got behind the defense after they coughed up the puck, and we saw those issues turning the puck over in their own zone for pretty much the entire game. They cleaned it up a little bit in the second, but in the first and third, it was pretty glaringly obvious that they were not on their game.
And I know that the lines were changed last night so they could probably better balance. But today there's a change, kind of back to some normalcy. They're going to keep Riccardi, Ronaldo, and Belgier together, which I think was a smart move because that's your line that's going to get you goals. I mean, you just got to strategically place them out there. Having the last change, you can do this against maybe their third or fourth line. And maybe that they can have more of an impact than they had last night. I got to say, Ronaldo's goal yesterday was a workman-type goal. I mean, his effort yesterday was characteristic of what you would expect from the team. But you got it from one or two guys yesterday, and that is not acceptable in a team game.
And that's where you want to see your team leaders. When you see the team playing like that, that's where the team leaders have to come in and be like,
now today
we got to step it up.
Today we're going to see Sean Keating in net. Sean is a newcomer to the Seawolves. Unfortunately, he's been bogged with injuries, but he comes highly, touted, and hopefully today he can give the Seawolves what they need. You can't blame Lockwood for some of those goals yesterday because he was hung out to dry.
And Lockwood coming into today's game, he's played in 2 games thus far. He's got a 1-0 record.
Keating.
Yeah. He's got a 1-0 record in 67 minutes. He's got a .9 goals against and a .973 save percentage coming into this game.
He's got a little bit of a Brodeur look. If you look at him how he does the butterfly, he moves that leg. One of his legs goes bent sideways like Brodeur did when he was playing. But he is a classic butterfly goaltender, and he's same height as Ponticello. You look across; they're about the same size. Yeah. Maybe Keating just a tad shorter, but comes from a D3 program up in the northern part of the country where hockey is king. So Seawolves got to pull something together today. They need a win because if they can't pull out a win today, I can't say where they're going to be in the rankings next week.
And this is a complete difference from what we saw several weeks ago when Michigan came here.
Yeah.
And even though Stony Brook lost those 2 games, they were in both of those games.
And again, Joey Slevin's out of the lineup. He's got an upper body, and one player can't make that much of a difference. It all comes down to effort. It all comes down to how much you want it. So again, the coach did his job. He recruited these players. He brought them here. These are the guys wearing the Stony Brook colors and numbers. I mean, the coach doesn't play the game. The players do.
Right.
And you could see yesterday it was clear that, the heart, the level of compete level just was not there.
No, it was a game that you want to just erase it. It's over. It happened.
Right.
Today's a new day, coming with a new attitude, and today it's imperative that they start out aggressively and keep control of the puck and play in the offensive zone. They cannot be forced back like they were in the first period yesterday.
So I think my keys to this game for Stony Brook to be successful is, number one, they're going to have to do something better with their forecheck. Number one. Number two, they're going to have to get more shots on Ponticello, quick release shots, one-time shots, and shoot as often as possible because of the nature of this goaltender and his ability. Number three, they're going to have to shore up defensively because defensively yesterday they could not move the puck out of their zone. They were trapped in their zone for over 3.5 minutes in the third period.
And I would piggyback off that because that would be one of my keys to the game is, tighten up defensively. One of the big ones is on the breakouts. Don't let Delaware take the sides, kind of cut them off and force them back towards the middle so you can make a play there. Like we were talking about that earlier before pregame.
Yeah, create some, kind of like an offensive zone trap or a system trap where you do a 2-2-1 or a 2-1-2 inside the blue line, so you force them to almost have to hoist the puck out, and then in that case you have a defenseman back or two that can take that play away. But you prevent them with their speed because this is a good skating team. They are all good skaters on this team.
And that leads into my second key of the game: protect the puck. We saw a lot of giveaways yesterday, and
big time.
as we saw, directly led to the Blue Hens scoring 3 unanswered goals. So protect the puck better, and don't let Delaware get in the way of your passes and your shots.
And this isn't the first time that we've seen a good goaltender from Delaware.
No, I mean
we've seen good ones come here before and take games away from the Seawolves.
I mean, I've been doing this for 5 years with you now, and I would say Dylan Troiano, the Delaware goalie from a couple of years back, was one of the best goalies I've seen come here in a visitor's uniform and give the Stony Brook Seawolves a run for their money.
Proud Luck was pretty good, too. I got to say, he was pretty damn good last week.
He was. No dispute from me on that one.
Yeah. So, anyway, just to kind of go over some things here, we have the starting lineups for today. For the Seawolves, Matt Crockett will start centering left wing Kevin Murphy, the 61 to the 71, Devin Palmieri on right wing. And we need to see more out of Devin Palmieri today. He's got a big body. He's got to use it. He's got to be intimidating. He's got to hit, and he's got to go to the net with the puck and drive the net. And Joe Heffernan, number 2 on left defense, number 5, Kyle Yoon on right defense. In net will be number 29, Sean Keating. As far as Delaware is concerned, they will start with number 16, Kevin Felice, centering number 26, Brian Ostrander, number 12 on left wing, Cole Emmerich. On left defense, number 24, Mike Zdancic. On right defense, number 20, I really don't mind if I sit this one out, Ian Anderson. I did that last night, too. And number 2, number 1 in goal, Chris Ponticello. So those are the starters for both teams. We'll see how the match game goes today. I expect the Seawolves coaching staff to do more on the matching. Seawolves are working on some one-time plays over there. You can watch that. That's some of the things they need on the power play.
Either that or they're just trying to get all the pucks in together and make it easy to clean them up.
Yeah, baby. But, I mean, I could see that they're working on some things. Seawolves got some Shavat will be back in the lineup today, along with Kieran Kennedy, who played for his first game yesterday. They've moved the lines around a little bit, so let's go through the line changes for today. For today, it's going to be Crockett centering Palmieri and Murphy. Chuckman will be centering Peck and Palmianic. Ricciardi, Ronaldo, and Belger reunited. And then on the fourth line, O'Brien, Kennedy, and Shavat. Defensive pairings, Kasha and Kowicki, Pepe, and Hickey. Heffernan and Yoon, and Shanahan is the floater for the Seawolves. So that's going to wrap up the warm-up. We're going to take a break. They'll cut the ice, and we'll drop the puck. Thanks for tuning in and watching Seawolves Hockey Live. And welcome back to Seawolves Hockey Live as the Seawolves make their way onto the ice. Andy, Seawolves need a win today. Got to figure out a way to get it done.
Yes, they do, and you can't go into a series against Robert Morris, one of the better teams in the nation, on a 4-game losing streak.
Cannot, absolutely.
Like, this win is huge for momentum purposes, and like every game is a must-win game. But if there's ever a must-win game, that would be tonight.
Yeah, that would be absolutely. And Seawolves will have Keating in net today, and they've got their number one line kind of reunited for this game. Delaware's got a couple of different players in the lineup as well. We'll mention them as they come on the ice. But right now, we'll kick it down to our PA announcer, who will give you both teams' starting lineups. All right, folks, we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back. Alrighty, folks, we're back, and the whole team is back today. Trevor, Andy, and myself. Maybe we'll rub off on the Seawolves. What do you think?
I'm all for it. If anything leads to a win, I'm going to sign right over here.
All right.
As I said in the pregame, most important things for the Seawolves they have to do today: shore up defensively, tighten up those passing lanes, and just can't turn the puck over. That's the big one.
Yeah. And again, credit Delaware because they had their sticks in the passing lanes and they were faster and they were tenacious on the forecheck. They were tenacious on the back check, and in their own zone, they did a good job blocking shots. All that stuff that you need to do to win, you know. And they increased their home record with that, their road record with that win yesterday. So here we go. Felice off against Crockett. Cahill's one of our linesmen. He'll be dropping the puck. And off we go. Face off. A little bit of a standstill at center ice. Now it's Seawolves will come away with it. This is Yoon. Back to Heffernan and back to Yoon. And that forecheck comes in right away. And that block pass. They have 3 deep in the zone, and when you have 3 deep in the zone, if you're not moving the puck fast, you're not getting it out. This is a turnover right away.
Now you watch Ostrander and Felice. They're charging everybody right now.
Yeah.
They're going right after the puck.
So,
which is what they did yesterday.
You know, it's very difficult to get out when you have that kind of pressure on you. So you've got limited choices. You got to use the glass to get it out. You got to hoist it out. You can't carry it because you're not going to get through that trap.
No.
So face off to the left of Keating. Crockett again on the draw for the Seawolves. Seawolves win it off the glass and out. This will be turning into another icing call. Actually, they waved it off.
Palmieri got there first.
Because Palmieri got in first, but coming away with the puck is Delaware. And that's Cascone, sends it in. Pepe had a little rough day yesterday. We'll see what he can do today. Through the neutral zone comes Pepe, and again, using that's offsides. Again, Pepe had an opportunity there. One more step, and he's in the zone,
but he passed it off, and as he passed it off, that's when he slid over the blue line.
Right.
And that's going to throw the offsides every single time.
Right. Bugatti is our other linesman, and our referee, I believe, is Altner. Face-off in the neutral zone. McCarty's lines out there, Belger and Ronaldo. Ronaldo, again, one of the highlights for the Seawolves yesterday. Back to Ronaldo. Ronaldo with the puck in the slot, getting it across. Oh, and Belger slid it over the top of the net.
And we saw that a lot yesterday too. They had a lot of.
There's a goal. Pepe shoots it. The screen in front results in a goal, and the Seawolves take the 1-0 lead today. Well, they took the 1-0 lead yesterday too.
But that came at the end of the second period.
Yeah.
This is a minute and 15 seconds into the first period.
Right.
As you watch here, here's Riccardi. He just dishes it back out to Pepe, and Pepe just winds up and releases.
Traffic in front of the net, and there you go. It's the
Belger might have gotten a piece of that. But as it stands, that is Riccardi's goal for now.
And that line makes a difference when they're together.
Yes.
As we can see, they play well together.
And we've seen that chemistry develop over this season. And especially a guy like Riccardi and Murphy, they've been here for a little while, so they know where the other's going to be on the ice.
Right. Now Seawolves, Belger went off. Pomnianic comes out. And there's a 2-minute penalty.
Pierce Lamberton went off for Delaware.
Okay, Pierce Lamberton. So we have a power play for the Seawolves. And this is the power play lineup. That's why we have different players on the ice. So
certainly explains a lot.
Tasha back to get it. Being watched by number 32. That's Docking. This is Riccardi. Back to Ronaldo to Pomnianic. Back to Ronaldo. Back to Pomnianic. Seawolves try to capitalize on this power play. Got to try. Pomnianic going for the top short side. And just wide. Seawolves battling. Hickey back over to Kasha, back to Hickey. Seawolves gave up shorthanded goals yesterday. Not typical of what happens.
No, usually they're pretty stout on their power play. They're keeping the puck in the offensive zone. Yesterday was hopefully an aberration and not a harbinger of things to come.
Seawolves get control of the puck. Pomnianic again down low to Ronaldo. Back to the point to Hickey. Hickey's got Kasha for the one-timer all set up. Down low. Back to trying to get it back to Ronaldo, but it was tipped off the stick. Good pass by Pomnianic. Ronaldo gets the puck past his check, and he's in the zone. Right out front, shot! Oh, Murphy just missed. Had a clear opportunity there. Murphy shot it wide. Back to the point to Pepe, who has the goal for the Seawolves. Sends another one. And Pepe has a way of getting his shot through, and he needs to shoot that puck more.
And I think scoring that goal is going to give him the confidence to just keep firing away.
Belger's pass shot got deflected. Again, they need to be quicker in getting these passes off or these shots off.
Smart play there.
Instead of trying to tee these things up, just get them going. And now this pass gets picked off and sent down to Seawolves zone.
That's going to do it for the power play.
Yeah, again, no results on the power play.
No, they didn't, but they did at least get some shots to the net. It wasn't like yesterday where they were very passive.
Right. But they have got to start getting some confidence in their power play. They got to start putting some pucks in the net.
Of course, and especially against a Delaware team who, when they get on the power play, we saw yesterday.
You saw how many guys scores on their team power play goals?
Yes, it's a very deep power play that they have. And Stonebrook's got to be able to counter that when given the opportunity.
And Murphy, a little bit more hustle today. Good job getting to that puck. Puck squirts out. And there comes Delaware. Niski, who had a really good game yesterday, assisted on one of the power play goals for Delaware. Sends this one out in front. And Murphy was there. And again, a little bit more awareness today from the Seawolves players, turning their heads around a little bit more rather than just skating past pucks.
You're seeing the head on the swivel mentality that you want to see, especially in the defensive zone, where you have to know where the puck is at all times and see, but also seeing where your man is.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, face-off in the neutral zone. That puck skids past Chummer and it back into the Delaware zone. Delaware, this is Felice, and he fires cross corner. Kowicki and Kiernan, that's the fourth line out there. Shavat, Kennedy, and O'Brien. O'Brien back to the center position where he's been playing for most as a Seawolf. Puck is out of the zone. Good job. But Eagles just need to keep getting that puck out. Now O'Brien breaks in. He's got Shavat wide. Sends it to Shavat. Shoots. Oh, the save. Again, the opportunity for that one-time shot.
The pass wasn't on the tape. Shavat had to put it back to the good part of the stick. So
that's really critical, boy. I tell you,
you watch the replay here. He had to make the second move to get the shot. And that's going to lead to Ponticello being able to slide over and make the play.
Good look by O'Brien, and a good opportunity.
They're being much more aggressive here early in the first period than they were yesterday, where they're taking it to Delaware. They're using Delaware's pace of play against them.
And the Seawolves won the draw. That shot skidded wide. Back to the neutral zone comes Delaware. Pinkowski, he loses it. There's a shot from the point. And back out behind the net. Puck is loose. One thing Delaware does is that they don't quit on the puck, so the defense for the Seawolves have to stay back. They have to stay back. Chuck right now will send it in, chase after it. Although they have the tendency to want to join the rush, they have to stay back because the pucks are turned over. Chucker with a big hit in the corner. Not liked. Heffernan trying to close his gap. On docking, puck gets into the zone for the Seawolves zone, picked up by Heffernan. Heffernan will skate up. Cross-ice feed, gets out, back to Heffernan. Good play through the neutral zone. Seawolves come in. Little pass ahead to Palmieri off the mark. Palmieri battles in the quarter, down low. Knocked down by Murphy, good stick. Back to Palmieri. Palmieri in the corner. Palmieri with Crockett. Crockett will come away with it. We're going to have a penalty here. And it's going to be, I'm not sure who's calling it on, but I think he's calling it on Palmieri.
Well, looks like he's following Palmieri, so I think you're right on this one. We're going to take a look at the replay here. Did he get him in the
high stick, maybe?
Yeah, it looks like he might have, like right there, he might have gotten on.
Oh, maybe the cross check in the head, yeah.
Yeah, he pushed him down.
All right, Delaware comes right out on the power play now with their top guys. Mazzella, Niski, Jenny, who didn't play yesterday, and the guy who scored the power play goal yesterday, Emmerich, is out there. Seawolves got to do a better job defending here than they did yesterday.
Well, that's a good start. Keating gets on top of the puck.
They did kill a couple penalties, but the one that they scored a goal on was the tire.
And one of the things that you were talking about is that this is a very deep power play unit. They have a lot of guys who can put the puck in the net on the power play. A lot of these guys, have been consistently part of this Blue Hen roster for the last 4 years. They have
Ronaldo now. Break it to the net on a breakaway. And he got hooked going in, and no call.
He tried to Forsberg that one a little bit once he got hooked.
Yeah. See the size and power Ronaldo has, how he just broke through like that.
Watch here. He comes out he's going to come up the boards and get the play from McCarty. He gets around. He's around his man Jenny, and then he's getting taken down. Look at the effort there just to get the stick to knock the puck on net.
He will try to keep this puck in the Delaware zone as much as they can. Good job by the captain, McCarty. Ronaldo battling hard. And they've got Ronaldo and Riccardi out there killing penalties. That's how important this game is. This is Niski. Getting it around. Niski. Back to the point. Back across to Mazzella. Mazzella down low. They work that puck well. They got guys at both sides of the net. And now Ronaldo will just get it out and go for a change. Good clear by the Seawolves. Down to 44 to go in the man advantage for Delaware as they change up as well. Kennedy is out there with Crockett killing penalties. A lot of confidence in the coaching staff. You got Kennedy out there. That pass is deflected in the neutral zone. Crockett will try to get it deep. Kennedy in there forcing that pass. And Delaware back up. Felice picks it up. Skates in. Nice play by Kasha. And that puck goes all the way down. Good kill for the Seawolves. 8 seconds to go in the man advantage.
Interestingly enough, I actually took a full look at the Delaware roster. I feel like I was saying, these guys feel like they've been here forever. A lot of them were juniors.
Yeah.
They have very few seniors on this roster.
Yeah, and a lot of these guys have been playing for 3 years. Like I can see the names on this list. Pekorski, Cascone, Emmerich, Mazzella.
Yeah, these guys have been here for a long
Felice, time. Niski. These are all guys that have been here for a while.
Lamberton's one of their only seniors that they have.
Lamberton's a senior, yeah.
Like I was surprised when doing the research at the end that I didn't see a Redgate on this roster.
Right. All right. Seawolves successfully kill that, and we have a hand pass, so face-off will be in the zone. Down to 11:34 to go in the first period. You're watching the University of Delaware facing off against Stony Brook University. It's the ACHA and ESCHL matchup.
This is a game that the Seawolves jumped out to an early 1-0 lead, and they're threatening again. They're keeping the puck in the offensive zone for the most part.
Yeah, absolutely. This is a much better start. I mean, you got to realize they know what to expect now, more so. But trying to make that move again, those are some of the things that happened last night too. You don't have that time against a team like Delaware. You have to either move it or skate around somebody, like Casa just did right there. If you can get around somebody, go in and get your pass, get that puck, maintain possession back there. It's another check now. Palmieri's going to go again because it's Seawolves have to kill again, which is not good. Averages are not on your side.
That's not a good penalty to take, especially when you just got off the penalty kill. Those guys do want to have a couple minutes to get themselves back to neutral before going back out.
Got to be more composed. Got to be more composed.
Yeah.
You got to watch your.
And then here's the play.
Yeah, I mean that's.
From what I'm seeing here, that looks like shoulder to chest. That looks that looks about as textbook as a check can be.
All right, face-off won by Delaware. Niski gets it back to the point to DeFerris. DeFerris to Niski. Back across. Glove saved down by Keating off the shot from Mazzella.
Keating made that one look easy. He was right in position and just threw the glove out there and says, "You're not getting this one past me."
All right.
That was a really nice play by Keating to slide over and cut off the angle to the net.
All right, face-off won by Seawolves. And Heffernan fires it all the way out. Down it goes. On the forecheck comes Kennedy. Puck comes up the wall. And DeFerris has it. He's being watched by Crockett. Cross-size feed over to Niski, who's in the zone. Makes a nice pass across. But couldn't be handled. Mazzella now will get it. Being watched by Crockett. Goes past him. Crockett could beat this. Well, unfortunately,
Crockett should have taken the inside angle.
The inside route. He might have had a shot.
He went outside to the boards, and that was when he got cut off.
Another 20 seconds off the clock, and that's good for the Seawolves. Too much gap space there. Seawolves get control of it. And coming off the wall. Nice deflection. Get that puck out is what they do, and they
Riccardi
changed it again.
Riccardi used every little bit to get that puck out because he whiffed on the puck. He just pushed it far enough.
A lot
to
of
get it
whiffing
out.
yesterday too. I don't know what was the cause of that, but there was a lot of that going on.
Happens to the best of teams.
Yeah, it sure does. Delaware in the zone. Pepe will get to it and try to get it to Heffernan. Heffernan's got to push it up. Gets it to Ronaldo. Not out. But now here comes Heffernan. Heffernan's coming through the neutral zone. He's got Riccardi with him. Pass to Riccardi, but just out of his reach.
And Heffernan
will send it back down low, but it's picked forward. And Delaware coming in with numbers. All sides. And the Seawolves down to 5 seconds to go in the kill.
Heffernan and Riccardi, they had the play there, but Heffernan poked it out a little too far of Riccardi's reach. Had he put that laterally, Riccardi would have been able to get a quick wrister on, and Ponticello would have had to make a really lightning quick save to make that play.
All right, here's the face-offs in the neutral zone. Ooh, and the linesman took a spill. Shot right on, and Keating's going to hold it up.
I think he's okay, though. We're down to 8:45 here in the first, and this face-off's going to come down.
All even up.
Yeah. Well,
shots are almost all even up, too, now.
They are at 6-5 in favor of the Seawolves.
And that's because the power play and opportunities that they've had.
Seawolves right now are 2 for 2 on the penalty kill, so that's a good start, what you want to see. But you want to see them maybe wait a little while or not take another penalty the rest of the game.
Right.
Ultimately, that would be the best thing.
That was a good breakout by the Seawolves there. Opportunity, almost. They had to go back on side after they were off. But that puck sails high over the top of the net. And it's good to let that puck go around. Hickey should have let that puck go.
The thing is,
so now we're going to have a penalty now on Delaware.
The problem was that puck was coming out towards Keating. Keating had to make the play. It took a funky bounce in the corner and rolled back towards the slot. So Hickey had to go make a play on it.
Yeah.
But Keating wound up being the one who did.
Right. Sometimes when that puck is too hot to handle, it'll go out of the zone. You got a forward floating in the neutral zone area that they had. That's sometimes a good play to make.
But it started bouncing back before Hickey touched it. That's why he went to make the play, because it was starting to bounce back, and then it flipped over his stick.
Yeah. It actually, I think it didn't even hit him. It might have hit a stanchion. All right, face-off to the left of Ponticello. Felice on it, the draw with Murphy. Loose puck, back to the point. Pepe will hold. Down the half wall to Peck. To Palmieri. Seawolves on a power play. Fake shot. Trying to get Belger set up for the one-timer. Very aggressive penalty kill. They got to move the puck. Can't just hold it too long here. And now this is what happened yesterday. This is exactly what happened yesterday. Pucks that come back, and they're just not, the point guys aren't there. And
but Belger did get back and knock the puck off.
But yesterday they play high up, so that's a quick breakout for them. Nice pass to Pepe with the shot right on, and a save by Ponticello. The Seawolves controlling the puck. 1:13 to go in the man advantage. Nice move by Peck. You see how Palmieri was dumped in front of that net, no call? Yes. That's an interference call. That's got to be made.
But I will say it was a good move by Belger taking that quick shot just off to the side. He had the opportunity, just pushed it a little far.
And hit from behind was Pepe, and no call there. Pass across in the slot to Murphy. Back to the point to Peck. Peck shoots. Shot blocked. Belger, one-time shot wide. Down to 41 to go. Seawolves got them tired now. Now's when they should start moving the puck around.
Yeah,
shot.
Now's the time.
Loose puck.
Around.
Turnaround shot. No good. Peck turns with the puck. Delaware's tired. They can't get off the ice. Right now the Seawolves controlling the puck on this power play. One time to Pepe. Winds up. Nobody in front of the net. Nobody.
Yeah, and Pepe, as he winds up, Ponticello sees that all the way through.
I mean, the Seawolves are equally tired on that play too, but that's a shot you need to get somebody in front.
And here's the shot. Here's the shot by Pepe. The closest person around him, around the net, is Palmieri, who was just getting close. I'm sorry, it was Murphy, but he wasn't close enough to the net to at least.
Yeah, I mean, you need somebody parked there when those pucks are going side wall. Someone's got to get there because you know the shot's coming. There's a good look here across to Hickey. Hickey's got Kasha trying to get that one-timer up. Down to 7 to go in the man advantage. Pomnianik with the shot, but it was deflected. Riccardi back up to the point to Hickey. Hickey winds, fires, save, rebound, loose, and save again by Ponticello. Seawolves doing everything they can.
And Ponticello, he's up to the billing right now. He's making every play. As we watch it, here's Hickey's shot. He rips it. Ponticello can't get the rebound, and now Riccardi's trying to stuff it in, but Ponticello had his skate right up on the post, so he wasn't letting that one in. That was a really, really, really sound play by Ponticello.
8:17 to go in the first period. Stony Brook up by a score of 1-0. And face off to the right of Ponticello. O'Brien out there with Shavat and Kennedy, along with Kowicki and Shanahan. Shanahan shoots wide all the way around. Kowicki will pick it up and it will just send it down. Intercepted and back out to the neutral zone. Shanahan will skate after it. This will be an icing. And back into the Delaware zone.
And Niski was charging hard. And I don't know if Shanahan heard him behind him.
Yeah, and you know, Shanahan needs to push back at Niski there. I'm sorry. Yeah. But, you know, there's a whistling call. There's an icing call. He wants to put a little push on you. You push it back. Because this is all about – this is the game within the game here that Stony Brook's not playing.
I have no qualms with that.
You just push back. He pushed you, you push him back. That's all. They're not going to call a penalty for that. You knock him down, they'll call a penalty. And this is going to skid on to Keating after it hit off of Shanahan's skate. And that's a little intimidation game that goes on. And yesterday, Delaware was winning that game too.
I mean, look, we've seen it pretty much every year Delaware comes here. One game usually ends up in a complete chaos.
That was last night. We hope.
Yeah.
I mean, for the Seawolves, they hope. This puck is then skids all the way around. The Seawolves will get to it and they'll get out. Kennedy made a pass that got deflected in the neutral zone, and you want to make sure you protect that puck, especially in the neutral zone. So many turnovers yesterday.
Yeah.
Too many to mention. And they're out there against Niski and company, and some of these guys are, you know, Mazzella. These are all their top players. Lamberton, Niski. You know, you're out there with your fourth line. They got to do a good defensive job.
If the Stony Brook fourth line can push back against this Delaware first line unit and keep them out of the offensive zone.
See what's happening? Their fourth line, Seawolves' fourth line against their number one line. Seawolves' number one line against their fourth line. And that seems to be the matchup today. Coming away with the puck. It's Yoon. Yoon will get it up to Ronaldo. Ronaldo has Belcher chasing after it. Belcher will get there first. Puck is loose, comes away. Belcher comes away with it, back up to Yoon. Yoon, first shot, knocked down in front. Again, Delaware blocking shots. Those lanes are not open.
No, they
will be better apt to pass the puck.
It's like they've made their adjustments since giving up that goal.
Yeah. Heffernan chasing it down after the deflection off a Yoon stick. A little bit of a hook on Heffernan, no call. There's the cross-ice feed to Ronaldo, who gets around his man. Ronaldo's got room. He comes in, shoots, scores! Ronaldo, and that's where you want to beat. That's where you want to beat Ponticello. High over the shoulder. That's exactly where he beat him.
And that wasn't there yesterday, but today they got the opportunity. As we watch this break out, it bounced off the wall. Ronaldo pokes it out to bounce it and then gets it. Riccardi's going to call for the puck here, but Ronaldo sees his opportunity and takes it.
Look at that.
That is a perfect shot.
Short side, top corner, man. That was a great shot. Seawolves 2-0.
And he basically did a give and go with himself, using the wall as his passing teammate.
And again, that line being reunited is creating dividends.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hickey off the wall. And the Seawolves come right back with Chuck Rand, Pomnianik, and Peck. Yeah, the team you're seeing today is what we're used to seeing. I don't know what we saw yesterday. I just don't know. I don't. You know.
I guess that must.
I wish they wanted that one back.
That may have been the last of Thanksgiving dinner, kind of finally flushing out of the system.
Pepe takes the movie. This is again the decisions that are being made sometimes are not the best here. Good save by Keating.
And watch Hickey.
Sewell's in the game here.
And you watch Hickey. He made the right.
Should have been a call there too. Chuckman got knocked down. No explanation by the ref. Pepe's just got to be a little quicker on his decisions. Okay. Pepe's got Palmieri picked up quickly by Murphy as he skates in on the off wing behind the net. Murphy's also skating much better in today's game.
Yes, he is.
Right out front! Shot by Palmieri was a bad save.
They all look a lot faster, have a lot more jump in their game.
And you're seeing a lot more. You're seeing a lot more also from Palmieri today too. He's being much more physical. I think the coaches are asking more from him, and he's giving it to them today. Even though he's taken a couple of penalties, that's what Devin Palmieri can do. He can bring that size game. And
yeah, he's got the abilities to do it.
Palmieri, good play by Murphy to dump in and get that line change. Seawolves coming back strong today.
Yeah, no, they've looked a lot better. So we're going to take a look at that 2-on-1. You watch Hickey here. He commits to the shot from Ostrander, and that's what gives Keating the ability to knock the puck away.
And that shot was labeled, boy. Keating made a nice block to save on that shot.
He really did. We're down to 2:22 here in the first.
Back to the pointer Heffernan off the feed from Kennedy. Kennedy will get to it and back it in. Shabbat tries to get it and go deeper, but it's just out of the reach. Now Delaware. They lose it in the neutral zone. This is the fourth line for the Seawolves, again, against the number one line for Delaware. And right now, that's a good, it's working in the Seawolves' favor right here. They're holding the puck in the zone, and that puck skidded right on goal off a deflection.
Yeah, that was, we're seeing the Seawolves really move the puck better and make better plays. I mean, they've turned the puck over a couple times just to the edge of the offensive zone, but those are much more few and far between than they were yesterday.
All right, so we have a face-off inside the Delaware zone and another penalty. Lamberton will be going. Seawolves back on the power play. Got real close last time.
Yes, they did.
Murphy will take the draw. He's got Palmieri with him and Peck with Belger and Pepe. Back to Belger. Belger holds. He draws a crowd. Back up to Pepe at the point. Pepe back down to Murphy. To one time to Peck with a man in front deflected. And that puck deflects into the Delaware bench. Good puck movement.
Yeah, we're seeing Murphy move the puck a lot better. Pepe's moving the puck on the power play here.
They got to just try to get an overload to one side and get a feedback to Belger so he can one-time it.
Either that, or if they're not going to do that, they need to make sure somebody's in the middle in front of Ponticello at all times.
Tell you one thing, Seawolves are winning a lot of face-offs today.
They are. Yesterday they struggled with it. Today they've improved immensely. And I think that started with putting Crockett as the first on the starting lineup today. He's by far their best.
Sometimes Palmieri tried to make a pass to Pepe that was not there. Pepe was calling for the puck, but he was not open in that spot. Seawolves coming out again. Off the stick of Peck, and this will be fired all the way down. That first pass is so important.
It is. That first pass really will dictate what kind of play you're going to run and who's going to commit. If the play isn't there, look for that second option.
Yep. Cross-ice feed to Riccardi now in the zone. Riccardi backhands it to the corner. He takes the dump as he gets hit. Kasha holds. Kasha across to Hickey. Hickey. He's got Pomyanik for the one time, but he skids it wide. You want Kasha taking that shot more than Pomyanik, but Pomyanik still is able to get a good shot off. Deflectable shot.
Yeah, it kind of slid wide, but that was right for deflection by somebody.
Absolutely.
Even if it was Delaware by accident. That could have hit anybody.
All right, Kasha's feed. off the mark. Seawolves try to keep it in, but it's turned over.
And that's going to be
He's going to go, unfortunately.
And that's going to be in the last second of the period.
All right, so we're down to the last 0.9 seconds, and Hickey's going to go for a trip.
And there's only 5 seconds. There was only 5 seconds left on Lamberton's penalty, so Delaware's going to essentially have a full power play coming into the second period.
Yeah, on fresh ice too. Now they'll pull Ponticello for the face-off, get an extra man on there, but technically when that puck drops, it's going to be.
Now, unless Niski can shoot it quick off the draw, which can happen, but not here.
All right, so we've got a 2-0 lead for the Stony Brook Seawolves. Shots on goal through the first period. 14 for Stony Brook, 9 for Delaware. And when we come back before the start of the second period, we'll recap all the scoring and the penalties. Meanwhile, we're going to take a break for the first intermission. Thanks for tuning in and watching Seawolves Hockey Live. Welcome back to Seawolves Hockey Live, folks. We're moments away from the start of the second period. Got some things to go over, Andy, don't we?
Well, it's definitely a lot more than you guys had to go over yesterday.
Yeah.
It's 2-0 Seawolves lead. Brendan Pepe opened the scoring a minute 15 into the first period of assist from Brad Riccardi and Nick Belger. And then later in the period, Dustin Ronaldo, as I remember what his name is, got a feed from Heffernan and Belger, as we're going to watch here. Watch how patient Belger is waiting to make this play.
Yeah.
And he's just going to chip it off the wall, find Ronaldo, and then Ronaldo's going to bounce it off for himself. And he could have passed it out to Riccardi here, saw the play, took the shot.
What about a shot?
Smart play. Both teams had 3 penalties. Devin Palmieri had 2 for the Seawolves, and John Hickey's in the box now. Pierce Lamberton had 2 for Delaware, and Kevin Felice took the other.
All right, and there you have it. There's the wrap-up. Teams are on the ice. Ice is still a little wet. I think they might want to – there's some spots that are really, really soaked. So pucks are going to stick, but we're going to go anyway. Yeah.
Yeah, no, that does not look very good.
All right, face-off, center ice, and Delaware wins it. As we do have a man advantage right now for the Seawolves. Actually, for Delaware. As Hickey got a penalty at the end of the period. Seawolves will get control of this now and send it all the way down. Ponticello will hold it up, but the puck's kind of stuck on its own down there. And coming up at speed is Niski. Comes in and trying to make a play, but good stick by Kowicki, not allowing that puck to get through. Coming across with it. Bozzella back to Bozzello's shot. Whoa, what a save by Keating. It was a block shot in front, never got through to Keating. Now that was blocked too. Back to the point. To DeFerris. DeFerris holds. Sends across to Jenny. Jenny down low to Mazzella. Mazzella controls it back to Jenny. Holds back to Mazzella. Looking to get the one-timer shot. Back
right now
down low.
The Seawolves are cutting that off at the moment.
Oh, you see what they did? They threw it right off of Keating. And that's a Nick Belger type goal. We've seen that before. And who scored it? Niski, because he's a good player.
You watch Niski here. He's just going to hang out behind the net. Keating forgets about him because the puck comes out here. Once the puck goes back down, as we're going to see here, there's the shot. It gets blocked in front. Now it's going to cut back out.
Didn't get out. Yeah, we couldn't get that clear. That shot skids wide.
And now Niski's just going to be hanging out behind the net, waiting for it.
All right, back to live action. Delaware on the board on the power play. And early in the game of the second period, here's a shot and a goal by the captain! Brad Riccardi got the feed, and that line again, dividends. That's the third goal for that line in this game, and they get back to the 2-goal lead.
And that came, 15 seconds after Niski made it?
And watch where Riccardi puts this puck. Again, it's elevated with Ponticello down, right up
Riccardi just
over
lets it rip.
The shoulder.
That was a really, really nice play, and I think Belger's going to get an assist for that.
All right, Seawolves back on top with a 2-goal lead. Got to keep up the intensity because what's going to happen is Delaware's going to come hard with their game. This is Belger. Belger's got Heffernan coming with him, but Belger makes a move. Comes around the net, wrap around! Almost. Ponticello was a little slow getting over, but got there and made the blocker, the kick save with the pad.
This line might be in Ponticello's head right now. They've been really dominant in this game so far.
Heffernan just a little gets there, but a little late. Keating gets that puck around, and
Keating's very aggressive going after pucks behind the net, which I like to see. But that could at some point get him burned.
Yoon carries the puck in, takes a shot, and it's blocked away by Ponticello back out to the neutral zone. As Sunnybrook will change up. Nice check by Ronaldo, who's still on the ice. Shanahan knocks it down, skids out to neutral ice, and here comes Peck on the off wing with Ronaldo still on the ice. Sends it to Ronaldo, backhander opportunity, gets a shot on and a save. Out in front, Chuck ran. His backhand is skidded wide. Kasha battling two Delaware players in the corner. Trying to get that puck out in front. Good play by the defense for Stony Brook. Chuckrin back deep to support the play. Peck gets it up the wall, but not out. And that puck gets deflected in front and sent out by Kasha. And here comes Pomyanik.
He didn't have the angle though. He
does get away. He does get the puck. Nice play by Pomyanik. Out in front to Chuckrin. Off the mark, and now here comes Delaware. That's Husler, and that puck skids out over the top.
But what we're seeing right now, we're seeing play go really back and forth in each end, where Delaware gets a minute or so in the Stony Brook zone. Stony Brook's bringing it back over and making Ponticello work. They made Ponticello work yesterday, but this is a different kind of
effort.
A different effort that we're seeing
big
today.
Big time. Yesterday was one and done. No real look on the shots. Just a shot. Nothing with a purpose. Now the fourth line skating hard. Here comes O'Brien in on the forecheck along with Shavat. Shavat levels his man on the corner. Puck it to the corner. Hickey chasing it down for the Seawolves. Sends it back around. Kennedy will get to it. Makes a move on the wall. Tries to get the puck out. It's kept in by Delaware. Back up to the point. And the shot was saved as Pepe reached for the puck, did not get to it. And the Delaware player was able to get the shot off. That's Niski and Mazzella. And also
they're playing very well.
That
line is playing incredibly well. They have a lot of sync on the ice. What I've seen.
That's their number one line.
Yeah.
And going against the fourth line for the Seawolves.
But the fourth line is holding serve against them.
They are.
They're pushing, only letting them get one shot at most. We're not seeing any real second chances for Delaware.
Yeah. Seawolves win the draw. And try to get it out. Still out there with that line.
Okay, now things got changed up a bit because now it's Murphy, Palmieri.
Oh, wow. Seawolves had a chance. Here comes Palmieri now. And his pass shot goes wide. Seawolves got to come back. A back check. Niski, that line is still out there. It's a shot on the back pass. Oh, another shot. And I think Keating got a piece of it just being in the right position. This puck skids all the way down. Murphy will be get there first, avoid the icing call. Murphy circles all the way around. He's got Hune. Hune will send a shot to the net. Oh, it was deflected, and it goes in. That puck was going in the net. He blew the whistle. It was definitely in between the pads.
Crockett deflected it, and they blew the whistle, and the puck must have still been going.
Yeah, I mean, that was a quick whistle by the referee. Too quick, in my opinion.
Okay, let's take a look. And obviously, we can't see from
it's
here.
It's through the pads. You see it.
Yeah, there
you
it
see
is.
it. It's in the net.
Yeah,
the referee just blew that whistle too quick. That's one call you got to call back on because I think, yeah, it's not a reviewable play, but fortunately the referee blew the whistle. So, but he's a little too quick on the draw on that whistle on that play. Face off. Delaware wins it, and back out to the neutral zone, picked up by Yoon. Quickly over to Heffernan. Heffernan will survey and back to Yoon. Yoon will send it up to off the skate of Palmieri. And Murphy will send it and kicked in by Heffernan. Yoon will send it back in, but it'll be deflected into the netting. Face-off will be in the neutral zone. Oh, the saying wasn't deflected. Sorry. Face-off in the neutral zone. Down to 14:45 to go in the second period. Seawolves up by the score of 3-1. Cardi on the draw against Felice.
This is a line here that the Seawolves can draw a penalty on because Lamberton's already gone off twice and Felice went off once. So they had the opportunity to draw a penalty.
Yeah, I think what's happening is the coach has made an adjustment. The fourth line is now no longer against that line for the Seawolves. So that's the adjustment they made.
And that first adjustment came when they kept the first line out against that line with Murphy, Palmieri, and Crockett.
And again, what the Seawolves could easily do here too is they could make a line change and put the line they want out against this line.
They could.
Bounces back to the point up to Kawicki. Kawicki will control, send a shot, deflected to the corner. And Delaware had a man wide open, all alone out there.
I think Riccardi got a piece of it.
And see what happens is, this is what happens. This is what happened yesterday. And it's the defense not playing defense. And I don't want to point fingers here, but this is the second time that's happened in this series to the same person.
That's going to be Nima getting the goal, number 25.
And again, I personally think you got to make the adjustment when you don't see that fourth line against your line. You pull your line off. That's just me.
So you watch there, it's a quick shot right over Keating's shoulder.
So now they come back with the fourth line, and the fourth line is going up against Chuckland. So now you got to get your lines reconfigured again to get back to where you were. Because now what's happening is the Delaware coach made the right move by putting the fourth line out there now.
And that's what you were talking game within the game. That's a coaching game as well. You know, try to stay one step ahead of your opponent.
Yeah, Keating with the save there. And again, I don't know how that puck, Keating didn't have that angle, but it was just kind of popped the shot over his shoulder. Pomnianik, great pass to Peck. Peck making a nice move, goes around his man. He'll hold. Peck will lose it now, picked up by Pomnianik. Pomnianik controls the puck, and now he's tricked it to the corner, knocked down. Referee did not see that play. Seawolves have to do a good job on the forecheck here.
And Peck did it right there.
Chuckland avoids a big check. Peck picks the puck up. Chuckland. And that shot saved by Keating. Sensing a little bit of a comeback here for Delaware. Seawolves got to pick their game back up. It's an offsides call. So now you watch the next change. And this is critical here because what's coming out.
It looks like because the fourth line is coming out for the Seawolves right now.
Right.
And it looks like the first line is out.
That's what you want to maintain that matchup.
Absolutely.
Yeah. That's what you want to maintain. You want to maintain that matchup.
And they've been the most effective against this line.
Absolutely.
And that's where, and as you said, that's where you want to keep it. So that way that effectiveness stays at a high level.
The key here is having the right defense pairing. Good play by O'Brien. Cross-ice feed. Delaware in the zone. Oh, Diskey's got it. Wow, and Keating was a little late getting back into position.
But Hoon was stuck in the neutral zone. Heffernan was the only guy back. Hoon needs to get back quicker to make sure that 2-on-1 doesn't happen.
Seawolves just can't get caught up in that. Good play by O'Brien, keeping that puck in. And again, anytime the Seawolves can keep this puck in the zone here in the fourth on this line, Shavat's going to go for a charge. I cannot believe he's going to call him for a charge on that.
Well, that's not a penalty you want to take as
especially when the momentum is switching. Yeah.
Looks like they're just going to continue going at it for a little bit. And as I was saying in the first period, this seems to happen quite often between Stony Brook and Delaware.
I think they're going to have to take Niski off too, because Niski's just.
And he and Kennedy are going at it.
Being a real moron.
But Kennedy is standing up for his teammate, and he and Niski went at it for a brief moment.
Got to compose yourself. Can't take a two-man penalty here. But, I mean, Niski should go for roughing, too. I mean, not for nothing. He had a bear hug on the guy. Should take him off, too. And he is. Credit Altner here making a good call. Pulling Niski off.
When you have a guy, when you're holding him up against the boards like that and then kind of like throw him around for a brief second, that's going to get called more often than not. So we're going to watch. Here's where Shavat's going to get
And that's
called.
not even really a charge. He just threw an elbow.
Yeah, but the elbow did get up in the head area. And then they're just going to start going at it. Everybody's just going to start pushing and shoving. And now things were calm for a second, then it just went.
Yep. A lot of jawing going on.
What would an ESTHL game be without jawing? We're trying to get. We'll get all the information to you in a minute.
Well, Nitzke likes to chat. He's a good player, but likes to chat.
That's a first. What's up? Can I ask if we can zoom in on that?
Yeah, so Kennedy now goes in the box. So it's going to be a power play, it looks like, for Delaware. 4-on-3. 5-on-4, sorry.
Yeah, it's going to be it's a party in the Stone Road penalty box. But with Nitzke going off, Shabbat.
Oh, no, Nitzke's coming out. No, he was coming out. Now it was.
I think he's just sitting there. I think he wants to get in the last word with Shabbat. Yeah. And this is one of those, you don't want to see things get too far out of hand where then it starts to affect on ice play, and then you have people going after somebody else just cause.
Now Nitzke's just talking to nobody because nobody's paying attention to him anymore. I think.
Yeah, Kennedy's listening. That was a game on Whose Line, wasn't it?
Right. Referee explaining the calls to Palmieri and Zidanzik.
Right. As of right now, we're seeing just a 2-minute penalty on Stony Brook's side. I would have to assume that's Shabbat's penalty. At this point, we're still trying to figure out whose penalty it is because there was a lot going on for those 30 seconds. I think the officials finally got everything figured out.
Face-off will be in the Seawolves zone. Seawolves only up by 1 here.
After that all finally got settled, we're now back ready to play.
All right, so Palmieri with Crockett will kill it along with Pepe and Hickey. Pomnianik's got to go sit in the. That is a third guy in the box. This, you need to get these penalties explained to us because we're at a disadvantage. We don't know what's being said down there. Meanwhile, Delaware on the power play. Seawolves trying to stop the bleeding here. And Delaware controls it. Seawolves will get it out, send all the way down by Pepe. Seawolves will just not put any pressure on. Kind of maintain. Good play by Crockett. And then loses the tire. Cross-ice feed over to Felice. Felice had someone break it to the net. Good stick by Hickey. Shot knocked down by Crockett. Saved by Crockett. Knocked that shot down for a second time. Back up to the point. And now we have the net off the mooring. No change. Okay, so what was the end result on the penalties? Roughing on sportsmanlike conduct. Okay. But Delaware has that 1 minute left on their power play. This is Mazzella, controls it. Trumer at the point with the puck. Skates to the middle, back to Mazzella. Mazzella looking to take a shot, but didn't have one. Back to Mazzella again. Down low. They work the puck low. Keating's got to watch the last time they scored right from behind the net. Hickey going to it. Oh, Hickey throws a big check at Mazzella. Knocked him right into the wall. Good check.
That's a good, clean check, and getting some retribution there from Delaware.
That's another check. Good check by Palmieri on Mazzella. Good idea to keep pushing on him. That's an offsides. Hold the puck here. Oh, Hickey was sending it across to his partner, but his partner vacated to go behind the net. Oh, here comes Palmieri now, walking in short-handed. Oh, he tried to get it to Riccardi.
Riccardi had it, he just couldn't get the shot off.
Yeah, it was kind of like in an awkward position, but it was a good feed. Good idea. Right front! Oh, the top of the net by Ronaldo. And then he runs into Riccardi.
He had his hand on his head from A, running into Riccardi, and I think B,
this
like,
line
how can
is
I miss
back
that
out
shot?
there again. This first line for the Seawolves. Oh, and they just let the puck go.
And Ronaldo cut back and should have kept staying
Guys,
in the middle.
I just too much space here. You got. I'm losing my my sense of direction here.
We're back at even strength now.
Okay, yeah, and Ronaldo now is hooked, but he gets the puck. Ronaldo over to Belger, back to Ronaldo, but it was blocked.
Belger should have taken the shot.
Yeah, he had it.
He didn't have a passing lane. That's when you just let it go.
I agree. This is Lamberton skating around Kasha. Kasha's having a tough. Oh, and you can just see it. I don't know. They were gassed, and this is a time when you got to realize Delaware's coming back, and they just tied it up.
And Ostrander.
And I think
here's Lamberton. And Ostrander just waits behind. Ronaldo goes right past him, and now there's nobody watching Ostrander.
See Kawicki.
Lamberton's going to wrap around.
See Kawicki.
There's nobody there. Nobody's on the left side.
Kasha's following him around. Kawicki's got to go to the other side. Ronaldo
they all went and watched the puck, and Ostrander comes in untouched. Nobody around him. He could have sat there for 3 minutes and
Seawolves got to pick their game up here. They've dropped down here in this period. Shots are all even up, and they really just have to get their game going here. They got to pick their skating up, get shots when you can. Put forechecking pressure on right now. Is the time to do it.
Delaware's made adjustments here. They scored 3 goals this period. They look much better doing the things that worked for them yesterday. They're starting to make an appearance here in the second period.
Yeah, they are. Hughes sends it across. Coming in is Heffernan. He'll just take a shot that skids all the way around the wall. Hughes coming in. It's a 2-on-1. And that's it. Seawolves just losing their composure here. It's kind of like what we saw last night. And
that's how 3 unanswered goals for Delaware. Nissy's got his second of the game, and you watch this play. Really nice one-timer here. Keating had no chance on that.
No,
Chukrin's got to get back quicker.
Yeah. Chukrin's got to get back, but Heffernan's got to let the goalie take the shooter, and he's got to take the pass away. That's just the way the game. That's the way it's played. Going down to try to block a pass is noble, but it doesn't work all the time. Palmieri now will take a shot, and Ponticello with the save. The Seawolves have just got to figure out a way now. And Pepe takes a chance and misses the check. And now the breakout comes out. And Delaware control and play right now. 4 unanswered goals. 3 unanswered goals. And, you know,
the Seawolves have to get themselves back into the offense and stay there.
Everything started to change when that change happened.
Yeah, once the line started getting out of sync,
that's when it happened.
That's when things started to kind of snowball.
And, you know, again, that's critical because it's a strategic game when you're playing a team like this. They're a good team. They are.
Absolutely.
Ronaldo comes down the middle, but Delaware now has picked up a new energy, and they're skating with more, So
now you're seeing, watch it. They have 2 guys. They have 1 guy on each board that they have their options that they can pass to, and there's nobody around them.
And that puck bounces off the referee. That'll be an icing. Again, this is just not a smart play. Yeah, I mean, that puck hit the referee's leg, and, then that icing call, and now it's back in their zone. And now this is the time you really want to kind of make the change because you don't have the right lineup. You don't have the right matchup. Yeah, can't change on an icing, that's true.
So now it's a matter of get the puck out quickly and then make your change.
Here comes Ronaldo. He snaps one high off the netting.
Now they'll get their change on because now Kowicki and Shanahan are on. Now we're going to see Shabbat, O'Brien, and Kennedy come out.
Right. Right, so he can make his change. Referee put his arm up. No more changes after that. Need to get some more production out of these other lines. Because, I mean, you only have one line scoring goals here.
Yeah, you can't be reliant on one line. They always talk about top 6, top 9. You need those 6 and 9 guys to really help.
Anderson with the puck's got all day, nobody on him. And
as I'm watching, it looks like there's a lot of people just watching the puck and not the active man.
It's been a lot of watching. Shabbat good on the forecheck, but puck the wiki now is pass or shot gets deflected. And the Seawolves will have to change up now. They make their change. Pomnianik deflects it in. See this breakout? It's just it's too easy.
They're making their way into the middle, and the Seawolves got a little lucky that Ostrander fell over, so they could retain the puck because he was going in uninterrupted.
The aggressive forecheck is good, but the aggressive forecheck is not working for you. So, they call it an icing.
I thought Peck got a piece of it. Can we take a look at a replay and see if he got it?
Face-off back in the Seawolves zone. Right now, Seawolves losing by the score of 4-3. Shots on goal are all even up 23-23 to the right of Keating. Lamberton and Chukrin. Lamberton tried to go forward. And got it to Keating, who pushed it to the side. Goes Pomnianik. Pomnianik on the backhand, floats one, love down by Ponticello.
And looking now, number 39 for Delaware, Pierce Lamberton is...
he's pleading his case that the stick was held.
And you could hear him from up here just yelling in general, looking for a call.
Puck at the point, shot by Pepe, right on, and gobbled up easily by Ponticello.
Pepe's got to do that more. He scored in the first period. He's got to get some more shots on because we know he's got a big shot. Use it. That's where you can get that. You can get one that can sneak by him. We saw Hickey do it yesterday. That's the kind of play you need to have right now because pretty much that's what's going to work.
Now the Seawolves are matching up against the number one line with their number one line as they are toward the end of the shift. Pepe with the puck, shoots, loose puck. Belgier with the backhander, almost. Puck in the neutral zone. Hickey bangs it back. Belgier lost his footing, picked up by Riccardi. Riccardi's got Ronaldo going to the net, but loses control of the puck. Seawolves doing everything that they can, but they're battling their number one line against their number one line. Pepe throws a nice big check. It's picked up by Hickey. Here comes Hickey now. Seawolves have numbers here. Hickey's going to walk in. Backhand shot. Loose puck.
And that's off the moorings.
Net off the moorings.
That was all set up by Pepe throwing that big check in the defensive zone, because then the rest of the four were able to push out and get an opportunity. We're going to watch it here. Here's Niski, and that is a really, really good check there, and that's going to lead to the turnover where Hickey's going to go coast to coast.
All right, 4:19 to go in the second. Shanahan at the point just tries to get something to the net, but not strong enough.
Gotta get a little more lift on that.
Gotta watch that. Shanahan almost took an interference penalty. Seawolves cannot afford right now to take any more penalties. Murphy will try to beat the icing, and he does. Coming around with it is Palmero. He loses the stick. Puck is loose in the corner. Open ice on the other side, and they get the breakout. Palmera's got to get to that puck. Sends his man flying. Points are wide open. Schumer with the shot, glove down by Keating. And good job seeing that puck too, because all that traffic in front was coming hard.
Yeah, but as you said, there's nobody guarding the points, so he's able to take that shot unencumbered. And that's not what you want to see if you're the defensive unit. You want to make sure that those guys are blanketed and not getting those good looks.
Absolutely. Here's the face-off. O'Brien going up against Docking. And that'll be to the left of Keating. Back to the point. Shot. Oh. I think Keating got a piece of it with the glove. It went to the corner. O'Brien send it around to Heffernan. Heffernan will try to get it up to Shabbat. Shabbat, cross-ice feed. He's got O'Brien going with Kennedy, break it to the net. O'Brien tries to send it out in front, but no home, nobody there. And then Shabbat picks up the puck. Stony-Brook with numbers, but something offsides.
That could have been started a little sooner had Kennedy played the puck instead of the body, because Delaware, I believe it was the Fairs.
O'Brien and Schumer going at it. Boy, this is going to be a fun series this year, I can tell you right now.
Yeah,
I expect a full-blown Donnybrook in one of these games. Absolutely.
Yeah, that does happen quite often when these two teams get together. And
no, I'm telling you, this year it's worse.
All right, let's see. We're going to see how close his offside is.
Yeah, he's off.
That's pretty close.
I mean, that's really close.
Yeah,
it's really close. If it's close, they're going to call it.
Yeah. Because he's over right.
More penalties.
He's over, and the puck is still on the blue line. That's
O'Brien and Schumer are going to go.
So we're going
and I'm just looking at the score sheet here. I'm looking at this.
Yeah.
Delaware's a big team.
Yes, they are, and they play bigger. They play even bigger than they actually are.
Yeah, I mean, size with skill.
Yeah.
And I'm still shocked how they have such a terrible home record. It's just amazing. I know they play on a bigger rink, but that shouldn't be the end.
And you would think that would be an advantage for these guys with the skill set that they have. As it looks like O'Brien and Schumer are offered 2 minutes for roughing.
Yeah. Coincidental roughing.
Yep.
All right. So we play some 4-on-4. Ronaldo and Riccardi, along with Yoon and Kasha. This is Yoon, breaks out. Oh, and Yoon is hooked. And you have to make that call. I mean, it's just crazy. This is Kasha with the puck. He's got Ronaldo with him. He'll send it in behind the net. And now falling down is Anderson. Picking it up is Ronaldo. Ronaldo sends it across, trying to get Riccardi, but it was tapped to the corner.
Riccardi was a little bit too close to him. He couldn't get that play.
Riccardi with the puck. One time, Ronaldo trying to get that shot. Yoon. Hume's shot was deflected, and now it's sent out all the way down into the Seawolves zone. Kasha to get it. He should send it up right away because it was changing. Belger trying to get that puck.
The next time Kasha sends it up, he's going to have to get off the ice. He's been on for a while.
Yeah, Kasha needs to get off quick. He just gave that puck up in front. Again, maybe fatigue. I don't know what you want to call it, but now he fans on the shot. Oh, this is how it happens. This is how it happens.
And they got very lucky there.
Guys have to get off when you got to get off. You can't stay on too long. Nice play by Belger. Belger walking in. Belger! And the pad saved by Ponticello. Belger held it too long.
And that was even with Good just like basically throwing his stick at him. No less.
We're down to 2:30. No, actually 104 to go. The clock is a little stick.
But those turnovers that we just saw in the defense zone, those are what led to the Seawolves' downfall yesterday. And we're starting to see those mistakes rear their ugly head again.
Yep.
So those got to get nipped in the bud now, and they can't make those mistakes in the third period.
I mean, the third period yesterday was a total disaster. Well, she started the clock, and now the puck didn't get dropped. Now the puck gets dropped. Both players are out. And the Seawolves have it with under a minute to go. That forecheck pressure is just sometimes it's just too much to handle for the Seawolves.
And I think it looks like they're like rushing their plays.
Totally rushing their plays. And this is going to land on goal, so they'll get a face-off in the zone.
We saw in the first period they waited to make their play. They waited for the play to develop, and they hit the person they needed to. Now they're starting to they're panicking and rushing the play, and that's what's leading to the turnovers and Delaware getting good opportunities.
Right, face-off will be to the right. Ponticello, Chucker in on the draw with Peck. Won by the Seawolves. Pepe gets it. Trying to get a shot off, but it's 2-on-2. Puck deflected to the corner by Hickey. Pepe comes away with it, and his pass out was deflected. Again, it's this forecheck pressure that they just cannot avoid.
It's been suffocating here in the second.
I mean, it's almost crazy. It's like you gotta figure out a way to fix this.
And that's going to be the adjustments that they have to make in the third period.
But they had this yesterday. This is just no adjustment.
Right, but that's where those in-game adjustments need to happen here.
Yeah.
Whether that's pushing off to the side so that way they can avoid that forecheck, or push it or hoist it up through the middle so that way an aggressive forecheck, that puck's up in the air. Now you have the opportunity to get around them and make the play.
There's only one way you beat an aggressive forecheck. You have to beat it, and you only beat it. And I don't know. There's some little stuff going on down the ice here. They're going the wrong way. But anyway, they seem to make a lot of fanfare on the ice, Delaware. They create more aggravation than it's worth. But anyway, at the end of two, we got a different score, folks. 4-3, Delaware in the lead. We're going to take our intermission break. We'll be back for the start of the third period. Welcome back to Seawolves Hockey Live, folks. We're just moments away from the start of the third period. Andy, take away on the stats for that period.
Well, coming into the period, it was 2-0 the Seawolves led, and Delaware really turned it up. They scored 4 goals, including 2 by Michael Niski, 2 by Brian Ostrander, 1 which was on the power play. Then the second goal, the one goal scored by Stony Brook in that period was by Brad Riccardi, which came just a few seconds after Niski made it 2-1. That came off of Belger. But there were a lot of defensive letdowns, and a lot of Delaware really turned it up in the second period, where they were doing a lot of what they made them successful yesterday. They were doing once again today, and that's what led to them scoring 3 unanswered goals midway through the period.
Man, I got to tell you, I got a weird feeling about this third period, and it's not a good one.
Yeah, hopefully Coach Garofalo and Coach Brumstead and the staff made adjustments to make that breakout go a little bit slower for Delaware.
The second period is the period, I've always said it, with the long change, and you have to have quick shifts, and you got to get off the ice. A lot of winded players out there in that second period,
yeah.
What kills you is that carries over into the third,
and that's what led to the defensive breakdowns in their own zone, which led to quality chances for Delaware, which many they converted on.
Yeah. So again, you got a chance to keep your matches up. Try to keep your matches up. You're only down by a goal, but Delaware last night, they got on the board quick in each period. In the second and in the third, they got on the board quick.
What the Seawolves have to do now, they cannot fall behind by 2 goals like they did yesterday.
Yeah.
They were down 3-1. They did make it back to 3-2, but that's not a winning formula.
It is certainly not. And the Seawolves have 20 minutes left, if not more, to try to get this game tied up and try to stay in this game and try to pull one out. If there's any game that they need to win, it's right now. And we said it at the early part of the start of this game that was key, very important.
Yes.
They come right out with their top line, the Seawolves do. Delaware's all psyched up. They know, they feel it. They feel that momentum. They got to go in their way. Seawolves got to just fight back. Delaware wins the faceoff, and the puck is picked up by Ronaldo, and he's tripped up at the center ice line, and then picked up by Seawolves. They'll throw it in, and it's a mis-icing call there. But that works in the Seawolves' favor. And that puck is offsides, so they'll face it off. I understand the coaching staff wanting to come out right away with that top line.
You want to set a tone in the third period. This first line has been
Delaware came out with their fourth line, so they got the matchup they want. The only thing is, it's the pairings on defense that make a difference here.
And this pairing here of Hickey and Pepe has, for the most part, been effective. They had a couple miscommunications, but for the most part, been pretty good.
Those pucks are just out of the reach now. Riccardi picks it up. So try to get it in the zone. It's off sides. Again, that shift was 50 seconds and not effective.
And Riccardi, he was getting kind of pulled off to the side as Ronaldo was coming in.
Yeah.
And that's what led to the offsides. So this is going to come back out, and it's going to be Crockett out there now.
Yeah.
And they're going up against that first line for Delaware. So Crockett's going to get Palmieri gets the quick shot. The Seawolves have to get something done here.
Yes, and they need to get it with another line. So it's important that this Crockett line helps out as much as they can. This is going to go all the way down, but it's going to be on goal. Oh, I guess Heffernan thought he was going to freeze the puck. And again, there's some miscommunication. And I think
Keating should have froze the puck there because Emmerich was right on him.
This is Palmieri with the puck, gets it over to Murphy. Murphy has nowhere to go. He turns, trying to get it up to Heffernan, but then just again, you see what I'm saying about decision making? Decision making needs to be made quick, and that puck shot right on it, picked up by Keating. Quick decisions. Crockett just taps it into the Delaware zone. Palmieri in on the forecheck. This is going to go all the way down. This will be an icing. If nothing else, yes, it'll be an icing. So Delaware cannot change. Puck will be faced off in the Delaware zone. Seawolves come back out with Chukran, Peck, Pomyanik, and Kasha. And Kasha hasn't really had a chance to get his shot off in this game.
No, he's really had like a nondescript game. Like he hasn't done anything.
See, I think in that particular situation, there's a good shot, but it went wide. I think Kasha needs to be more in the middle of the ice on those plays so he can get a pass.
Yes, and then because we know he's got a shot that.
But where he's set up, he can't get a pass because the passing lane is blocked.
Yeah.
Pomyanik, nice job to get around his man, but there's no one on the wing here. Big hit by Chukran. Battle on the near wall here. Seawolves trying to do something with the puck. Everything is just not going their way. Pucks are not bouncing in their favor. They're just not holding pucks.
They're not doing well at protecting, and anytime they try to make a pass, it's not clean.
That's into the netting, so face-off will be in the Seawolves zone. They'll change up. Come back out with Palmieri, Shavat now, Hickey, Pepe. A little bit of a line change here.
So it looks like
actually, no, it's the fourth line. I'm sorry.
Well, Palmieri's
on the fourth line, so they're double shifting Palmieri, which is smart. You have to do something. You got to get your big guys out there.
Unless Kennedy.
Yeah, maybe there's an injury. Oh boy, he was wide open on the side. Again, these passes are just not clicking for the Seawolves, and that's a problem.
Like this is not what you want your offensive breakout to look like when you're down by 1 in the third period. You want these passes to be clean. You want to be able to get at least past center ice.
Yeah.
And just to do something.
I mean, at this time of the season, passing should not be a problem. But it's decision making. It's also causing problems too, and that's part of it. And it's the pressure that Delaware is putting on Stony Brook, and that's the problem. Palmieri was offside. That play was offsides easily.
I
don't know why they didn't call it. I mean,
Hickey might have.
Seawolves are getting a lot of breaks here on these calls right now.
But then they have to capitalize on those.
Yeah, but you see what I'm saying? The passes, everything's getting blocked. They're just making the first initial pass, and the first initial pass is blocked.
It's like watching the series against Michigan, where Michigan was very effective in blocking the passing lanes, and they were able to break out because of it.
Premeditation. It's like when you know what's going to happen, you can react to it. Good pinch here by Hickey. Hopefully the Seawolves can keep the puck in. They'll come out now. And dump in. Keating lets it go. Pepe gets beat to the puck. And now Ronaldo's overskated it. Ronaldo can't do much with it other than tap it out. Seawolves just can't do anything.
They're getting completely bogged down in their own zone. So most of the first 4 minutes of this period, they've been in their own zone.
See the back check? Look at the back check. The intensity of the back check. And that's why they were like one and done.
And Delaware's been a step ahead for most of the second half of the game.
Nice keep by Belger. Belger tries to get it to Ronaldo, walking in. Well, nobody's backing the play up.
Because Riccardi went for it too. I think Riccardi thought it was his. He thought it was his puck.
We're going to have a slashing penalty here now on Seawolves. And again, that's a frustration penalty.
So this is a big moment here for the Seawolves. They've been for the most part effective on the power play, or on the penalty kill rather, save for Niski's goal early in the second. They have to kill this penalty here. That might give them a little bit of a boost to get themselves back into this game.
All right, Crockett on the draw for the Seawolves. And One by Delaware. They'll control it. Mazzella on the wall. Down low. Around the net. Right out in front. Shot on and save by Keating. Heffernan joining the play. Seawolves best to just keep that puck and try to hold it as long as they can. And that shot gloved down by Keating, and he'll hold.
Yeah, he lost it for a second and quickly jumped back on, which good play there because you don't want to give up that second chance.
Yeah, absolutely. 14:25 to go in the third period, and the Seawolves down by 1.
Riccardi effectively cleared that out.
Able to get it out on a nice faceoff win. And they need to do something even on shorthanded between Ronaldo and Riccardi and Pepe. Ronaldo really working hard back there.
Ronaldo's put forth really good effort in this game.
2 games in a row. He definitely showed his worth.
Yeah, I like what I've seen from him thus far.
They need more of him because he's got size, he's got skill, and he's got heart, man. The kid plays with heart. See, now Pepe sends it back out. He has a defenseman back in the zone where he could send it back and he could eat up more clock time. These are these decisions, in-game decisions, and it's all brought on by this Delaware pressure.
Yeah. Like those are those situations. Like you don't want to panic. You want to let them develop.
Yep.
And by just flipping it up into the neutral zone, yes, it forces Delaware to get back on side, but it doesn't take off too much time.
Right. That skids all the way wide. Anderson will keep it in. Good play by the Seawolves, and they'll get it out, and that should do it for the penalty.
And that was a really good penalty kill by the Seawolves. They only let one shot on. Now they need to capitalize off that penalty kill and get something in on Ponticella.
Yeah, and again, right now their gap control inside the zone for Delaware is too far. They need to be up further so they can take advantage of those pucks that are just squibbing out and giving Delaware that free out. I know they have to respect their speed. Oh boy, that right over the top of the net.
And Keating went to go glove it, and I think it just popped off.
Big hit by Palmieri on Chuma. Looks like Palmieri's on a mission here. Pad saved by Keating. Loose puck. Kasha picks it up and will skate out.
Laid out.
Dump it in, get off for a line change.
And because they were all going on the change, there was only one person with Kasha. Get offsides here.
And again, I see a couple of big checks now coming from the Seawolves, but this is what you should have been seeing earlier in the game.
Yeah. I
mean, you don't do this in the third period when you're gassed.
No,
you need to do it in the game so you stay consistent.
You can see Palmieri was not going to be denied on some of those. He's playing like a man on a mission.
You got to count the shifts now for the Riccardi, Belcher, and Riccardi line, and Ronaldo line. They absolutely. Now there's a timeout being called here by Delaware. Yeah, so I think they're going to settle down there. Whatever was going on there, I'm not sure they had a line.
Yeah, there was a lot of confusion. I mean, there were like 6 people on the bench and like 12 on the ice. And I mean, math is not my strong suit, but no. I'm pretty sure you're only supposed to have 5. But this could actually work in the Seawolves' favor too, because now that they're going to get off their pace of play, this can be where Stony Brook can kind of turn it back towards them. And that's what they have to do at this point.
Delaware called the timeout. So, but there was no announcement. I kind of saw the referee do the tee out.
Yeah.
But he didn't point. That's true. So we don't know who called the timeout, but I think, if anything, Delaware might have been a little disheveled there.
I think Delaware did it, but
Stony Brook needs a bounce right now. They really need a bounce in the worst way. Hickey being chased down by Niski. No, by 32. That's docking. Off the skates. Here comes Belger. Belger, look, shoots! Trying to squeeze a shot through. Oh, and Ronaldo just skid past it. Okay, these Stony Brook's got to right away. And so they can get the line change. Good play by Pomnianic. But see this. Well, that forecheck that worked there, but for the most part, hasn't worked most of the day. Pomnianic in on the forecheck. Not much he can do there. Costa will shot. I think that's the first time he's wound up and shot the puck all day.
Yeah, he's got to get more going. We realize we haven't said his name much today.
Truckwood got to use his size here to help. He was trying to make something happen, but it's just, God, Delaware's just too strong for them. Strong on the puck, and they're strong on the checking.
Yeah, no, they've been very impressive on playing two-way hockey.
It's amazing.
And the Seawolves haven't been able to get anything going.
I just can't fathom how they're 1-5 at home. I just can't. I mean, this is a quality team. This is a team that can compete here, and they're not even ranked. How is that the case?
And sometimes you play bad games, and it happens. And we've seen it.
We saw the Seawolves play a good period and a half in this game.
Yeah.
And that's about it. But you have to credit Delaware for being a better team.
They've made their adjustments.
I mean, they just can't do nothing. That's pucks bouncing off the wall. There's no puck possession here. I mean, it's crazy. You got to make a pass. That first pass is so critical. This is Heffernan through the neutral zone. He'll just dump in. Chase after it. Heffernan beats it. He's there, but he's got nowhere to go with it. He's got a point man open. And there's a shot. Deflected, loose puck. See, now the referee blowing that whistle way too early.
Yeah,
that puck was loose on the ice.
And they were still fighting for it.
There's no way that puck that whistle should have blown.
That's one of those you got to let them play.
Sorry.
But in answer to your question, why they're 1-5 at home, they started out with Liberty. They lost to Liberty twice, lost to Navy.
Who's a good team, by the way.
They beat URI, then lost the second one to URI.
Who's a good team also.
And then those have been their home games.
Yeah, but they played teams like Townsend. I mean, Townsend's not an ACHA Division I team.
No.
Shot right on, save on. Rebound over the top of the net. See, Hickey has to stand up there and try to keep that puck in.
He does.
It's too late in the game now. You got to be. Oh, Keating with the save after being out of the net.
That was a really gutsy play by Keating to go behind the net, but that was an incredible save.
That's the goaltending gods bailing them out, boy, because I'll tell you.
He should not have been outside net, because then here's the play. Ostrander going for the hat trick, and Keating just throws the glove out and makes that play. That is probably save of the night.
Yep, loose puck and a shot right on. Nobody challenging that shot from Lamberton.
So we're down to 8:31 here in the third period. We're going to watch that save one more time. Ostrander was uncovered.
Pepe over to Hickey. Hickey's got one way to get out. He gets it over to Ronaldo, who just tapped it.
If he would put a little bit more on it, Belger would have the chance to get into the offensive zone.
They just can't make a pass.
These passes are they're not connecting at all.
It's just, you got to make every time you come out of your zone, there's another one behind them. Hickey got it in the zone now. He's trying to set up. McCarty, get it back up to Hickey. Hickey sends it across to Belger. Takes the shot. You got to shoot it. Can't wait.
And Belger was trying to get around the guy.
Yeah, you don't have time. You don't have time for that.
Especially now we're getting towards the end of the period. Just shoot. Just let it go.
Right out in front. Knocked down. Kosher sends it across. Seawell's putting a little bit of pressure on here. Back to Yoon. Yoon sends it to the net. This shot sails wide. Out of play. Going to have a penalty now on Delaware. Yeah. I think he's going to get Ronaldo, too, for the push. But there was more of a cross-check there. Maybe not. You're going to call it on Belger, too. They're both going.
Yeah, it's Belger and Anderson, I think. That could have been a big turning point. And now everything, it just grinds back to stop where you have both guys taking penalties and one where it was really unnecessary.
Yeah. Time's running out here for the Seawolves. They got to get something going. Got to get that puck to Kasha. He's got to get a shot. Let him get a shot.
I'd say look at Peck. I think he's due. I think he's due for a big moment.
That shot's deflected into the rafters. Face it off inside the Stony Brook zone.
So now, this is a face-off that Chucker needs to win and get the puck out quickly into the neutral zone so they can start a breakout.
I don't understand how you have two skaters skating across the middle of the net and not giving them room for you. Just makes no sense. Yoon will hold to Chuckrin. Chuckrin trying to get it out to Peck, but he wasn't even near him.
No, Peck was in the middle.
Shot by Kasha. Block her down. Rebound! Oh, was in front and almost directed in.
Again, because Kasha pinched in, he wasn't there to wait for that puck to get back out to the blue line.
Yoon skates back as his line mates are changing. Ronaldo squeezes through his check. Oh, just they.
And that Hickey tried to make one move too many, and
it's just
the puck flew off his stick.
You can't get frazzled. You have to play. You got to play the game. Nice pass over to Ronaldo, but Hickey vacated the spot. A lot of pressure on Hickey. I mean, he's a freshman. But you gotta you put into that role. You have to almost like baptism by fire, as they say.
Yeah, and we're back at even strength.
He was just looking for that lucky bounce, trying to get something going here. Ronaldo will chase after it. He's out there with Palmieri, too. He's last to get off. Ronaldo. Oh, to puck Crockett. Oh! I'm not sure if that was off the crossbar.
And that's Crockett's second missed chance. He had one early, I think in the first period, where he got really close. He's getting closer and closer.
Ronaldo's in, but he's alone. Shoots! Wrist shot. Loose again! Out in front. Loose puck. They fight in a battle. No whistle yet. Back out to the neutral zone. Seawolves coming close again. Palmieri will cross dump. Murphy in after it. Seawolves need to bring something here. They got to bring something right now. Right now.
One thing I will say, this goes to show like how much of a turning point that early whistle that we saw on what should have been Crockett's goal in the second period, how much that affected everything going forward. That gave Delaware new life. We're down under 4 minutes to go here. The Seawolves really have to ramp up the pressure and just throw whatever they can.
Again, those passes have to be on the tape, especially in the neutral zone. You got a turnover, head save, and that's it. That's it. That's all she wrote. Niski is making and he's mocking the Stony Brook bench right now, standing right where he is. Boy, I got to tell you.
Those turnovers just wound up killing him. Watch here. They missed the pass, and then just off the turnover, Niski just flips it out and gets it back on the give and go.
Yeah, Stony Brook's defense has been exposed big time.
Niski got around Heffernan and basically had real estate right in front of the net. Heffernan can't let that happen.
They battle on the near side here. Let's see. Sent around. Pinching in. It's a little late to pinch now, but they got to do what they got to do. They got 2-goal deficit here. Got to try to make it up.
And just anything just to get shots on net, keep the puck in the zone.
Pomniak racing hard, but he's not going to win that battle.
And Felice just blew right past him.
And again, they just leave him alone. They're going to keep going until the whistle blows. So,
that's what Stony Brook has to do too. They can't give up on a play until you hear a whistle. You're going, and that's how it should always be. Yeah. You play until you hear a whistle. You don't give up on a play. You don't slow down because that's where mistakes happen, and we've seen that far too many times today.
Yep. I agree.
This is going to be a weekend that the Seawolves wish they could start over from the beginning and do things differently, but it's now to the point where their mistakes are glaring and they need to fix them quickly going into a very, very tough road series against Robert Morris.
Yeah, that's going to be a tough one. I mean, that's going to be a weekend on the road out in Illinois, and they're going to face a very, very tough team. And then they come back here after the break, January 19th and 20th, and they get to face Liberty. The only part, I mean, it's amazing. Ronaldo can compete against these guys, but it's so hard. No one else can.
Yeah, like that, and that's not what you want to see if you're Ronaldo out on the ice.
No, you got to have your teammates and everyone pitching along. Shot. Oh, Belcher gets a shot off, but it's blocked. Like everything else these days, then players get away with shots like it's nothing. We're down to 1:40 to go. Back to the point to Pepe. Winds and shoots. Deflected.
I think Belcher blocked that.
Yeah, he deflected to the corner. And that puck goes out, and faceoff will be inside the Delaware zone. We're down to 1:31 to go, and this is going to be a very, very interesting week to see where Stony Brook winds up in the rankings because, after all, it's going to be.
This is a team that really, for the most part, held their own against Michigan, and where was that this week?
Well, I'll tell you right now, this Delaware effort was Michigan-like. If you want to just call it what it is, I mean,
they came here ready to play, and you got to give them all the credit in the world because they went and they smacked Stony Brook in the mouth.
You're going to see a lot of odd man breaks now because Seawolves need to be in the offensive zone as much as possible.
And now
it's Palmieri skating in, sends a shot easily defended by Ponticello.
I'm surprised they haven't.
A minute.
I'm surprised that Keating hasn't been pulled yet for the extra attacker.
Yeah, well, at this particular point in time, it doesn't matter. You know, even if you got one goal closer. Yeah. So the goal differential is 7. But you want to keep it less than 3 if you can. Goal differential is 7. That's all you need to know. Wasn't aware there was a minimum. Well, yeah, to win the game, it's a 1 goal.
Yeah,
but
I think what we're trying to get at
in the rankings, you got to have.
What we're trying to get at is that the more you win or lose by is how it's going to affect you in the ranking.
Right.
So I had suggested pulling the goalie, and you had mentioned that if Delaware scores again, that's now a 3-goal loss as opposed to a 2-goal loss, which would look worse.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's probably why they're not pulling the goalie. Otherwise, they probably would have pulled the goalie in 3 minutes. Give it more chance and more time, but it doesn't matter. Even on the power play where they had some success moving the puck, there's a mismatch here, and it's glaring. Yeah, absolutely right.
Down to the last 20 seconds.
Right. And everybody's getting in front of Ronaldo because he knows he's the one that puts the pucks in the net more so than anyone. And here comes Mazzella. Oh, man, Keating did a great job. But that'll do it, folks, as Delaware comes into Long Island and sweeps the Stony Brook University Seawolves. They're taking the second game 5-3. Second game yesterday was 3-2.
And this is definitely a disappointing result for the Seawolves. One that they're going to want to wash out of their mouths as soon as possible. But it doesn't get any easier for them because now they go to Chicago. They play Robert Morris, who's the top team. And they have to put this one away and just get ready for the next one because that's all you can do at this point.
All you can do.
Like today sucked. Move on to the next one.
Exactly right. That's what you got to do. Yep. So it's a 4-game losing streak now. It's 2 sweeps in a row, and you got injuries. Yeah, you got to deal with those. You got to see what you got on your bench. You got to see what you have there, and try to get it in play, and figure it all out.
That's all you can do at this point. There's not much else to say after a game like this where they were up 3-1 and couldn't finish.
Yep. And I think they know it too. I think they see it. They realize that, that is a good team. It's a better team than they are. And, the whole thing is they basically have to figure out how to compete against a team like that. This team is in their division. So they're going to see them 4 times, not to mention maybe playoffs.
Yeah, so you still got the 2 more at Fred Rust, and then potentially in the ESCHL playoffs.
Right.
So Delaware has now a huge mental advantage over them, knowing that they've already beaten them on the road.
Yeah, a lot of these guys know each other. They all played on different junior teams together, or together on junior teams throughout their careers. A lot of these kids, some of these kids are right from the local area here, so. But anyway, folks, we're going to say, before we take off, we're going to wish everybody a happy holiday season. Enjoy it with your families. And let's wish the Seawolves well next week. We know it's going to be a tough weekend, but let's think about them a little bit, and hopefully they'll maybe, who knows, right? You never know.
Yeah.
But we'll be back on broadcast January 19th and 20th as we face off against Liberty University. So on behalf of Trevor, Andy Sukoff, and myself, signing off. Happy holidays from Seawolves Hockey Live.